Good morning and welcome to this week's Monday Minutes. My name is Kelly.
And my name is Jessie. And this week, we're going to talk to you about Patron Lists in the Tools module. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into that Tools module. We'll come over here on the left-hand side, and we're going to grab that first option right there, and that is Patron Lists. Patron's Lists is such a powerful tool. Kelly, tell us what are some of the things we can do.
We can absolutely add patrons within our database to a list for purposes of batch patron deletion, batch patron modification. So we have the ability to collect our patrons in the database to do big tools, big things, powerful things, Jessie. There's a couple different ways we can add patrons to lists. First, we're going to create a list.
So we'll just call this modification.
Perfect.
And I'm going to share it. So let's say if Kelly logged in as another staff member, she could also make changes to this list.
Absolutely. And we can pause right here that this is a permission in the tools module to be able to add, modify, and delete patron lists.
Perfect. Okay, so now, first way we can do it, we can come over here and do a patron search. So let's say we're going to modify our dear friend, Kyle Hall, and maybe one of our other dear friends, Nick Clemens, who has multiple accounts in here. So let's clean those up. Kelly, what is another way to add patrons to the list?
Okay, you could enter multiple card numbers. So if you did have a list from a report of card numbers, you could copy and paste all those card numbers into this list. Once you do that, make sure you add those patrons so Koha knows you'd like to add those to a list. You can also search for patrons within your regular patron module.
So now I'm going to come up to patrons, and I have a couple different options. Over here on the left-hand side, of course, I can search and filter, but I wanted to point this one out because Kelly and I were joking. Often we forget that this option is here. So there's a little plus sign. So if we wanted to do a search, let's say for Smith, and we know we have several of them there, and maybe we only want the category of adult patron, now when we search, those parameters will already be set, so we can come in here and now we have those limits. So I can now come in here, grab those, and I have a drop down too.
To add anybody to a list. So you can pick the list you want to add those to, go ahead and save that, and now we've added those two patrons. It allows us to toggle back to that list to see now all four of the people that you've added. And now you have the power to be able to use both other tools. Batch patron deletion and batch patron modification are the two big ones.
All right, excellent. Well, with so much change going on in the library community these days with the pandemic and, great options out there to make modifications if need be.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Jessie, this was great, and have a great week.
Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye.